Have you ever lost something and looked for it for a long time? Not just a moment or two, but a long time. Sometimes I like to come across stories, I enjoy reading them, of people who find lost items. Items have been lost for a long time. I sometimes come across stories of people who have found wallets or purses or class rings, those sorts of things that have been lost, sometimes for years, sometimes even for decades. And one of the reasons I enjoy these stories is because I like to see the effort that people have put forward in trying to find those things. Sometimes it's amazing. Not long ago, I came across a story about a woman who lost her wedding ring. Now, she didn't look for it for years, but what they did was quite interesting. She actually lost her wedding ring at a nail salon, and she told the workers what had happened. And according to the story, basically every worker in the salon, as well as the bride, searched through the garbage until they finally found that wedding ring. Well, it's not quite as expensive or not quite as valuable, but when I was young and had braces, I had a retainer, and I had to look through the garbage at a McDonald's to find it because my parents were not going to replace that retainer just when their son had been careless with it. But why do we look for things like class rings or wedding rings or wallets or purses? It's because that thing has value. Now, we know it's just a thing. My wedding ring is just a ring. It's just a thing, but it means something. It has value. And if I were to lose it, I would spend a great deal of time and effort trying to recover it, even though it just didn't cost all that much. But it means something. You might search for a cheap thing for a few moments, but then figure it's not worth the effort. But when you lose something that really is of value, especially some type of sentimental value, you will look for it for a long time. In Luke chapter 15, Jesus told what some have called three parables. Some have said it was one parable divided into three, but you might recall that chapter contains a story of a lost sheep, the story of a lost coin, and then probably the most famous, the story of a lost or prodigal son or boy. The middle of those two maybe illustrates the point we're trying to make in this video the best. In Luke 15, verses 8 through 10, Jesus said, "Or what woman, having 10 silver coins, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and seek diligently until she finds it? And when she has found it, she calls together her friends and neighbors, saying, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin that I lost.' Just so, I tell you, there is joy before the angels of God over one sinner who repents." Sometimes we simply need to be reminded of how valuable we are to God. When Jesus came to the earth, in Luke 19 and verse 10, he said, "The Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost." You are that valuable to God the Father, that because you were lost in sin, Romans 3:23, God would send His Son to seek and to save. Just like you might search for a lost ring or wallet or purse, Jesus came to seek and to save. And so today, and every day, let's keep our central focus on the great lengths to which God went and His Son went in order to seek and to save, because He loves us that much.